Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to try and explain to you my strategy in pretty much every shooter that I play. Now, you guys know I don't have the best aim in the world. Sometimes it's a straight up baked potato, but regardless of that, I think I play well because of this certain strategy that I'm going to explain to you, which is pretty much map awareness and map control. And it's so important in Titanfall because of Titans. And if you get control in your mech suit, like there's no stopping you in your team. So this gameplay displays it perfectly. It's not the most, the most impressive gameplay. It's not the highest scoring gameplay I've gotten. I think I get 19 kills in total, but it shows proof of map control and how efficient it is. So in this gameplay, I'm using Devotion. Don't judge me. It's like the first day I've ever tried using Devotion. It was just last night. So the aim's gonna be a bit weird. I think I played a bit too aggressive with it because I'm so used to wall running and hip firing with the alternator that I'm trying to do the same thing with the Devotion. It's just not working as well. But anyway, I need some practice with it. So we're using the Devotion with, I think, Tactical and Speed Reload. I felt like extra ammo wasn't necessary, but I could change my mind on that. Regardless, we're also using Phase Shift and Arc Grenades. Also using Scorch. Scorch is Bay. I know, Ronin is fantastic. Why aren't you using Ronin, Derek? Just bear with me for a little bit. I'm putting together a Scorch guide, so I'm trying to get as many clips as possible. But back to the main point on map awareness and Titan control. Like I said, this game isn't the most impressive, but I realized after playing it that I had control of the map the entire time once I brought out my Scorch, and I thought I would help some people out in explaining it as it's happening, because I know people watch my stream every day, and they just see decent gameplay and they're like, wow, you're good, but I might not be helping you to to the best potential that I can. So I want to start trying to explain my reasoning behind things, explain my decisions, and maybe that'll help people get better at the game. At least that's what I hope. So I mean, this gameplay isn't the best. Like I said, I'm using Devotion. I have no idea where this guy is. I know he's shooting at me in the corner. I'm like, where is he? I know he's camping on the rock, but I don't know exactly where he is. I saw his name there for a split second now that I watched the gameplay. But right here, I just kind of start spraying towards the rock. He got the best of me. So we got 6 kills. We're going to come back, though. I'm stubborn, so I'm going to go right back to that spot, hoping that he's still there. I realized, though, in the kill feed that my teammate killed that guy. So I'm like, okay, I don't have to go back and try and get that kill. Now, in the back of my mind, pretty much every time I spawn, I make sure to look at the radar to get a general idea of where my enemies are. So I saw that my teammates are all scattered on the east side, so I can assume the enemies are west. So the markers show up on the radar, so I start heading there immediately. I hear a guy to my right, so I start heading up this hill, get this kill, and immediately start looking for the guy that I heard in my headset. There he is, we get the kill, and then we build our Scorch. Now it is time to bring out Scorch, which is where this gameplay really starts, at least in my opinion. Ronin is fantastic, don't get me wrong. I have the most time play with Ronin, but Scorch is just quickly becoming my favorite. He's so powerful, and I'm getting much better with him. At least I think I am. But anyway, I see enemies on my right side of the map, so I start heading there. But if you see for a split second, a guy was shown through the wall, so I start making my way back around. One of my teammates kill him, and this is pretty funny. So let me break this down for you. I saw he died, and he dropped the battery. I shot him because that was just my reaction as soon as I saw him. I shot him a bit late. So I want to jump out and get the battery, but I realize if I jump on that fire right there, I'm going to die. So I double jump just to avoid the flames, and a Titan drops. If I didn't double jump there, I would have been smashed by the Titan. Now, luckily, I'm able to phase shift and get the hell out of that dome shield, but because of me trying to save myself from my own fire or, scorch flames, I was able to save myself from the Titan dropping itself. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But moving on, this is exactly what you want. If you can kill a pilot before he gets inside his Titan, you have a huge advantage, and because of this, I'm able to start taking Titan control immediately, pretty much. So we melt this auto Titan with our flame shield and hit him with the best execution in the game. I absolutely love it. Then lo and behold, another enemy Titan appears right in front of us. Now he's so busy with worrying about our teammates that he can't react to me being right there. So we just try and melt him right before he tries to nuke eject us. Gotta run away just to make sure we don't get killed. Now, look at where the red arrow is pointing. I know they have another Titan that's about to drop. I just see it dropping behind that silo. So I'm going to assume that as soon as the pilot gets in his Titan, he's going to push forward towards middle map. I'm praying that's what he's going to do. So my idea is, okay, let me try and flank him. It's exactly what he's doing. You can see he's busy with my teammate now, so this is just another easy kill. This is 3 Titans down in, what, under a minute? This is just... It's just fantastic. It's what you want. You want to make sure as soon as their Titans drop, you can kill them as soon as possible. I know that's not the easiest thing to do, but if you pay attention to your radar, it becomes a lot easier. So now we have full map control with 4 Titans out, and to add on to that, we're all building our cores so that when the enemies drop their Titans again, we have the advantage with that heavy burst damage. I looked at the scoreboard on top and see they just dropped another Titan. I'm assuming that they're far east. If you look at the radar, there's the enemy markers there. Let me take care of this guy first, throw a flame trap on him. I look at the radar right now. You can see there's a Titan marker there. So I'm thinking he's fighting my teammates. I'm going to go for the flank again. You always want to try and flank with Scorch. I'll talk about this more in the guide, but if you can flank with Scorch, you're impossible to deal with because of your shield. Now they have 3 Titans and they all dropped them. So obviously they all spawned there and said, okay, we have our Titans, let's drop them now. But because I went for that flank, I'm able to just help my teammates destroy these guys, and there's just nothing they can do. Things would have been a lot different if I just went towards my teammates and tried to like bum rush them, you know, head on. But the flank is so powerful, especially with Scorch. I try and do it all the time with Ronin, and I think that has given me practice at just, you know, knowing when to try and get behind the enemy. It really works out here. So I get back on my Titan after getting a battery. I see that they still have a Titan, and he's to my left, but my teammates have that. I don't need to be here anymore. I want to try and get more flanks. They destroyed that Titan, but the scoreboard still shows that they have another one. So I'm like, okay, someone else is bringing another Titan. I see on my radar that they're west, so I'm obviously going for the flank again. Luckily, he spawns in. He has tunnel vision. He wants to go straight towards my teammates where he just died, probably. And I have another easy flank. I mean, this Reaper will not get out of my way, but I have my core built, which is what I was talking about earlier. There's just nothing he can do. If you always get that flank with Scorch, I know I repeat myself a lot, but it's the bread and butter of Scorch. If you can get face to face with somebody, especially behind them, there's nothing they can do. So just like that, every single time they drop their Titans, they have no control. We just keep building on control. We keep capitalizing on where they're spawning. You have to make sure that you're always trying to get map control. Always pay attention to your radar. And if you're the one that's losing, please pay attention to where you're dropping your Titans. You have to make sure that there's no enemies near you. I know sometimes you might want to drop a Scorch. You might want to drop a Scorch right in front of 2 Titans and hopefully bring up your shield and melt them, but you have to be very careful if you're not Scorch. You know, if you're someone like Ronin who's weak, or North Star, you have to drop it. You have to be very careful where you drop your Titans. Just every single time they're dropping, I'm able to just look at the radar and assume where they are, assume where they're going to move, and go for the flank. Now, case in point, this guy drops his Titan right there again in front of all of us, pretty much. He's just not careful with it. I think they're so, you know, bent on trying to make a comeback that, okay, I got to get my Titan out. I got to get my Titan out and try and do damage. But that's not what you want to do. You have to be very careful every single time. And this guy drops his Titan right there again. Finally, I get taken out of my Scorch, but I'm able to just stay above this guy and help my teammates take him out. He gets melted because they have their cores. You know, he went from full health to half health in like 30 seconds or less. That game could have gone a lot smoother for the enemy team if they were just smarter with the way they dropped their Titans. Obviously, I was able to utilize the map and go for, you know, nice flanks, and I was able to figure out where they were as soon as they dropped. So it has something to do with my awareness, but I mean, the message that I'm trying to get across, besides taking map control and how to do it, is how to counter getting map controlled. You know, so just be smarter with the way you drop your Titans. If you see a lot of enemies on the radar that are close to you, try and just get away from them and drop your Titan where no one realizes it's happening. I understand you want to get out, you know, and make a difference in your big-ass mech suit and, you know, do some damage, but things can go really bad for you really fast, especially if the other Titans have built their cores up. You know, if you're going up against a Tone, you stand no chance if he hits you with every single one of his salvo core rockets. Just be smarter, pay more attention to your radar. It is so important. I don't have the best aim in this game. I don't have the best aim in any shooter. It just comes down to awareness. It comes down to being aggressive and constantly trying to understand where your enemies are coming from. Try and predict the way they're going to move depending on where they spawn, and just try and flank them. Try and shoot them from the sides. You never want a one-on-one fight with somebody where it's a fair fight for both of you. You always want to take advantage of your surroundings, take cover, try and guess the spawns to your best ability. You don't have to be perfect. I make the wrong guesses all the time, but if you happen to guess right, you have an advantage because you know where they're coming from, and they have no idea where you are unless they're watching my videos. But that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and if you did, make sure you click that like button for me. There will be more content here every single day. I'm working on a Scorch guide, a Ronin guide. I'm thinking about putting map guides together for each specific map, you know, like the routes I take and stuff like that. But that's another video for a different day. I appreciate all the love recently. You guys have been crazy with the support on the streams, on the videos, and it means a lot. So thank you very much. Have a good one, guys. Peace.